All right, so today my playoff prediction. So we already know that the Warriors and the Grizzlies played yesterday. Great game last night. Um, but Warriors came up shorthanded, lost. So um, before I say anything, I do have to say that I honestly do think this playing tournament that was going on in the last couple of days, last 3 days, was kind of a waste because we don't the the eighth seed is basically as valuable as the ninth seed, which is or the seventh seed is as valuable as the eighth seed, which is not really the same amount of value. Um, the ninth seed is the same value as the tenth seed. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they don't. I don't think they should do it for the remaining parts of the like NBA, like in the future. But yeah, with that being said, woo, we got my playoff prediction. So I'm gonna go through the Eastern Conference first. Today we have Bucks versus Heat. So Bucks versus Heat. As you guys know, last year there was the same exact series. He came out I think in five, and yeah, Giannis just wasn't like there's no playoff Giannis basically. So with there no being no playoff line Giannis last year, they losing five. And then they have, but the biggest difference is that they had Eric Bledsoe. So now they don't have Eric Bledsoe anymore. They have Drew Holiday instead of Eric Bledsoe. And even though this year they haven't been as winning as many games that they usually win, not getting the first seed, they got the third seed. They didn't take the regular season as serious as they were before. They were playing Giannis at the five a lot, and yeah, just things of that sort. Just making adjustments. So yeah, and the Heat ended up going to the finals last year. Things the Bucks should have been doing. Um, but yeah. So with that being said, I actually am gonna have the Bucks over the Heat. Okay. So I think this is the Bucks' year or Giannis' year this year. I think his half court game has been he's getting a little bit of more of a half court game. Um, and then you got Drew Holiday, more efficient, better defender than Eric Bledsoe. Chris Middleton is actually getting better. I think he was almost in the 50-40-90 club this year. And yeah, they got PJ Tucker. They got defenders like more versatile defenders now to even throw at Jimmy Butler or throw at Bam because you guys have to think it's not Giannis versus the Heat. Like even though the Heat last year they were more of a team oriented team, and that's what they did to win. I don't know if the Bucks obviously know what the Heat do, so like it's not just the Heat on Bucks. So the Bucks they're gonna have to make adjustments. The thing is, the Heat are gonna have to make adjustments to the Bucks. So I have the Bucks. I think I'm gonna have Bucks in 6 or 7. Bucks in 6 or 7. Um, Second seed 76ers versus the no, I messed up already. The first seed is the 76ers versus the Wizards. So this I honestly think this series can go either way, but because you got to think the 76ers, the best player in the series is Joel Embiid. After that, the next two best players are Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, and then goes Ben Simmons, in my opinion. So, like, I'm going to pick the Sixers in 6 because I think with Ben Simmons' defense and with Joel Embiid's defense, with Danny Green out there playing defense as well, I don't really see the Wizards getting over the hump, even though they have been red hot for the last month, 2 months of the season to even get the eighth seed. Or yeah, so I mean they've been hot, so I can see them losing in 6. It's just that they don't have anyone to guard Joel, and Ben Simmons is like he's gonna do his thing. Obviously, it just kind of reminds me. The Wizards kind of remind me of the Lakers a little bit in the way that they only have two players that you have to really worry about. and then you have to expect the other role players to step up. But 76ers, they got Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green. They got Joel Embiid. They got Dwight Howard coming off the bench. Like, I think they're, I think that's a bad matchup for the Wizards because Russell wants to get to the lane, to the lane, and there's gonna be people there. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna have Sixers. I'm gonna have 76ers in like 5 or 6. And then the Brooklyn Nets versus the Celtics. I really don't even have to talk much about this. The Brooklyn Nets or the Celtics. They don't got Jaylen Brown. I think I would say the Nets in 4, but I think Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum can get you one game. Marcus Smart can get you one game, but I think that's about it. With all the firepower that the Nets have, and you already know Kyrie Irving's gonna be try to get his bag because this is his former team. So I'm gonna have Nets in 5, maybe 4, but no farther than 5. Already did the Bucks and Heat, 4 or 5 seed. Knicks and Hawks. So this is gonna be a really really good series. I personally would have the Knicks and like Knicks in 5 or 6, only because I haven't seen Trae Young in the playoffs, and him being a small guard that is very ball oriented and needs the ball to be effective kind of scares me because when he was in college he did see a lot of traps in the tournament. He did see a lot of like double teams and stuff, so he might be used to it. But this is like isn't NBA level. This is at NBA level. So, and they got Bojan or Boban, whatever his name is, Bogdanovich. So I think if you make Trae Young a passer, and I think you can probably win, even though he is a good passer, but you don't really want him passing and scoring. You just want him doing one thing, and then have his other role players, shoot and win the game. But on the other side, Knicks they got a defensive oriented coach. They have a experienced coach, especially in the East. They have a consistent star in Julius Randle. The role players have been playing their roles. RJ Barrett's been having a great season this year. And they make everything work. They move the ball. They play together on offense and defense. It's just I think the defense is the most important part to win this series. I know the Hawks can score, but the Knicks can score and they can play defense. So it's just I got Knicks. I'll take Knicks in 6. And then on a Western Conference on the other side, we have Jazz versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies. This is the first time they've been in the playoffs since I think it was 2018. But yeah, Ja Morant. I was watching him yesterday, and he was hitting threes, but that's the main reason why they're in the game because they backed up on him, hit threes. I think that they want to funnel him, and they're going to have to play him a little bit tighter. So they're going to have to funnel him inside Rudy Gobert, which makes Rudy Gobert one of the best defenders in the league because of his help defense. So funnel him inside, make him shoot over Gobert. If he's hitting his shots, they get more of a reason to funnel him there. And then their second best player on the team probably Valanciunas, like Dylan Brooks, Jaren like Jackson Jr. Like we don't really know. They're just second best player, but I just think that they got Ja Morant and then really 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 good role players. Yeah. So I think their coach is young too. He's 36. So I don't know if I don't know what their lack of experience and not so much firepower. I don't know what how much they're really gonna get done against the Jazz. Well, in the Jazz, they've been in a lot of tough series too, so they're already experienced. And with Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell and Bogdan and Mike Conley and Joe Ingles and Jordan Clarkson, it's like they have a lot over there. I know Dylan Brooks will probably make it hard for Mitchell or Clarkson, but if you play them in the same at the same time, is like it's one of them is going to go off. Okay, so I think with their team plan, their defense, I would probably say Jazz in four. I don't really see Memphis getting one game. Um, but you never know. They could probably get one, but I don't really see them getting one. And then the Lakers versus the Suns is going to be the. This is a great. This is going to probably the best series. I personally don't want to say LeBron's going to lose, but from what I've been seeing from LeBron, it's hard to like say he's not going to lose. Um, that he that he is going. It's hard to say he's not going. Yeah, that he's not going to lose because we haven't seen him play. We really haven't seen him play. Anthony Davis really haven't seen him play. I know they're experienced, but it's just like the Suns are like they're fresh and they got like fire. Lakers, you can kind of tell they're kind of tired from the bubble from last year and going far in the playoffs. So, this is the best team they played since they've been together in the playoffs. You really think about it. Last year they played the Heat. They played the Heat, like the decent team. They played the Rockets with Harden and Russell. They played the Nuggets with Murray and Jokic, and then they played the Blazers. And the Suns are better than all those teams. And they got to play them in the first round, so this is a big test for them. So I don't really know how I feel about this series. But Suns on the other hand got Chris Paul, and Devin Booker is the best player Chris Paul has played with in his whole career, in my opinion. Like Blake Griffin was decent, he was good, but Devin Booker got some more game to his game than Blake Griffin. And the role players are better too. Probably the best role players he's had too. With Miles Bridges, Mikal Bridges, and Dario Saric, and Javon Carter. So, and then they have DeAndre Ayton, who's a really, really good third option. So, I'm gonna go. I wouldn't be surprised if Lakers lost. I really don't know what to say. This is the hardest series for me to pick because I'm gonna go Lakers in 7. I'm just going Lakers in 7. F it. LeBron's been there too many times. If he loses, like I'm wrong, but it's like I'm not gonna be like I would rather be wrong that he loses than right that he loses. So, and then we got I think we have Nuggets and Blazers. 3rd and 6th seed. Good series. Michael Porter Jr. right now is the second option on the Nuggets because Jamal Murray is out. He's been a great second option since he's been out. And the additions of Aaron Gordon, and then they got Austin Rivers. It just doesn't. It's going to be a lot on Jokic's plate. Even though the Blazers don't guard, they have Dame, they have CJ, they have Carmelo, they have Cantor. It's just I don't know and they got Nurkic. I don't know if I'm sold by them yet. But they do have the guy from the Raptors. Can't remember his name, but he's 24. I can't remember his name. They traded him for Gary Trent. I don't know. I can't remember his name though. But yeah, they do have good offensive players. But just the Nuggets they have offense and defense, and they've been hot. So I think, but they don't have anyone to guard their guards. Like, you're gonna put Jokic in these pick and rolls. I would rather have Jokic in the pick and roll than Nurkic if I'm on the offensive end. So, for me, this is another tough series. I think I'm gonna go Blazers in 7. I'm gonna go Blazers in 7. It's gonna be a great series though. It's just that I think you can't be questionable about your role players that you have. Like you can't be questioned about Aaron Gordon or MPJ or players like that, and Austin Rivers. Like you can't really be questionable about them. But like I already know I'm gonna get. I only know I'm gonna get from one player, and that's Jokic. But from the Blazers, I know I'm gonna get from CJ and Dame. I honestly know I'm gonna get from number 24, who I name like Powell. That's his name, Powell. I already know I'm gonna get from him. I already know I'm gonna get from Nurkic and Cantor. I already know, and Melo. So I'm gonna say Blazers in 7. Last series, Clippers and Mavericks. Mavericks are healthy now. Last year they weren't healthy when they played the Clippers, and I know I think they want to play the Clippers in the playoffs. So I know they lost in 6 last year without Porzingis. But Luka, I don't know. The Clippers are better now with Rondo and Ibaka. Those additions, they have been playing better with a new coach too. But that's another tough series. I honestly think it can go either way, but I'm 60% leaning towards the Clippers only because they got two better. The players are the two best players. They have Kawhi, and then it goes Kawhi, Luka, and then George. So they got 2 of the 3 best players on the team. So I'll probably go Clippers in 6 again, or 7, but I really will go 6. I think the addition of Rondo is probably the best addition they've made. They needed a point guard to get into their sets and take smarter shots. And Rondo's he's crazy when it comes to like details and players like tendencies. Like when it comes to stuff like that. So I think that will help them a lot. And then when they got Luke Kennard, they got Ibaka, so I think from top to bottom they do everything pretty well. They have a 3-point game, mid-range game. They can get to the rim. They can play defense. They're smart. I think, yeah. But the thing is, Luka, they had Kawhi and Paul George and Beverly on Luka last year, and it didn't matter. And I think Porzingis' height last year played a big part because the biggest player last year was Zubac and Harrell, but Harrell played most of the minutes, so it was just Harrell, a 6'7" center. But now they got Ibaka, who's a world-class defender to guard Luka. To guard Porzingis. So I don't know if his height will play a bigger part as it did last year. But yeah, that's all for me. I'm glad to come back with these videos. I've just been training, playing basketball, stuff like that. Trying to get into the NBA 2 one day. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. And I will be coming out with more videos, maybe every other day. Or maybe, every 2 days. So I don't know. But I'm going to be coming out with more videos. Maybe I'll come out with one tonight after these games are over. I'm excited. Hope you're excited as me. And I'll see you guys later.